Basically like a familiarity. Hi everyone, my name is Holly. Welcome to my channel, Holly in the Sky. Today's video is all about the pre-au pair tag. So for those of you who don't know what a pre-au pair tag is, it's a tag with a bunch of questions to talk about your upcoming au pair year. Let's jump into it. Why did you decide to become an au pair? I decided to become an au pair for three main reasons. Reason number one, travel. Reason number two, the opportunities it could bring me. And reason number three, I am 24. I've just gotten out of my uni degree. I've finished all my education. I don't want to jump straight back into the 9-to-5 job, but I did want to do something different that still involved working with kids. So with a little bit of research, I found out about au pairs and I decided that that was the opportunity I wanted to take for myself and what I wanted to do before I decided to jump into a full-time teaching role. Why America? Well, why not America? I mean, I have been to America before. I was only there for 2.5 weeks, so I didn't get to see much. So there's no harm in me going back there. America was also the country I chose, basically because of the program I chose. Which agency and why? Well, I chose Cultural Care Au Pair. The reason I chose it is just because I liked their policies, I liked the rules and things they had in place to protect not just the au pairs, but also the au pair host families. So it just seemed like a really safe option. It's a very well-known company and all the research I did just convinced me more and more that I should have a go. Also, when I asked the company for more information, there was no pressure and they were really kind and informative with their answers. When did you apply? I applied on the 5th of May in 2017. When do you depart? I depart on the 2nd of July in 2018. How much experience with children do you have? I have so much experience with kids. I come from a large family and I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. We also have lots of younger cousins that I've been around, so I've pretty much been around kids my entire life. When it comes to the more professional side of things, I started babysitting when I was 12 years old for the neighborhood and for family members. I got my first job at the age of 13 at a place called Fairies Forever in Armadale, and that involved dressing up as a fairy and running children's parties. I basically looked after kids all the time. I also did tutoring to get through high school, and when I did leave high school, I decided to get a teaching degree. Now in my teaching degree, you had to go and do professional practice in a school, and I had to go into classrooms and be around children and teach kids for varying amounts of times, right up from distributed days, so once a week for 6 weeks, to a full term in school. So I have quite a lot of experience with kids. How long did it take you to find your host family? It took from the 3rd of August 2017 until the 4th of September 2017. It pretty much took a month and 2 days. Were they the first family that contacted you? No, definitely not. I highly doubt that it'll be the very first family that contacts you that ends up your host family, just because you don't know what you're looking for. The families know what they're looking for because they've probably been in the pool before, they've had a lot of experience, and even if it is their first time, families, they know a lot more about what they're looking for in someone who's going to be around their children and integrated into their family. But we don't know what we're looking for, and it's super exciting to get your first match, but it's also really important to remember that you're looking for stuff too. What was your first impression of your host family? Whoa, this family looks lovely and is super happy. That was my first impression from their profile. My first impression from our first Skype call was, and I know this sounds corny, it was feeling super warm, happy, and very excited. There was also some nerves because I really wanted to match with them after that call. It just felt right and it felt different to all the other times I had spoken to every other family. The first Skype call was actually just with the host mum, and then my very first impression of the whole family just concreted the fact that I really liked the family and I wanted to spend my first ever au pair year with that family. How many host children will you look after? I will be looking after 2 little girls who are actually twins, but there are 4 children in the family. How old will the children be? Upon my arrival, the children will be 6 years of age. Where did you want to live? I didn't really have a set state I wanted to live in. I was just super focused on the family and the type of family I wanted to be living with for a year. And I think that's super important that I was focused on the family and not the area I was living in, just because it's the people that make the place, not the place that make the people. And I mean, I didn't want to be living somewhere an hour away from the closest shop or anything like that, but I think with the right family, that wouldn't matter to me. Where and how will you live? For my host family's privacy, I'm just going to tell you the state I'll be in, which is Maryland. I am going to be living in a house with my own bedroom and own bathroom. Would you extend? I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no, but I am saying maybe. It all depends on how the year goes. What do you really want to see in America? Everything, or as much as I can on my days off. I want to at least see 10 different states. But the top 2 places I really want to go is Texas and New Orleans. How will you deal with different cultures? With a smile. I really love learning about different cultures, and if every culture on the planet was the same, we would live in a really boring world. What are you looking forward to the most? I have 3 things that I'm looking forward to the most. Number 1 is meeting my host family in person. Number 2 is actually living in America. And number 3 would be travel. What are you looking forward to the least? The flight. The flight is what I'm looking forward to the least. Now, don't get me wrong, I love travel. I love getting on airplanes. I love flying across the world, but that is a killer of a flight. I've done it before, and with the excitement, I'm just gonna want to be there, and every single minute is gonna feel like an hour. And cleaning my room. Cleaning out my room is also going to take a lot of effort, and I'm not looking forward to that either. Do you get homesick? No, I do not get homesick. I never have, and I've traveled a lot. What will you miss the most? I will miss my family the most. What will you miss the least? I will not miss the feeling of being stuck in one place, doing nothing and not moving forward. What are your goals for this year? I have 6 goals for this year. Number 1, to become a member of my host family's family. I want to be more than just live-in help. I really want to be part of the family. Goal number 2 is to complete my credits that I have to do. I've already finished uni, and I did talk about how I'm not looking forward to having to go back to a uni degree, but that doesn't mean that I don't put in 110% in everything that I do. Number 3, to try 100 new things that I've never done before. Living in a different country for a year is number 1 on that 100 list. Number 4, to travel to at least 10 dates while I'm in America. Number 5, to return home to Australia as someone who has grown and evolved as a person. And number 6, sorry about the, is to volunteer in a primary school. Now, I know I said I didn't want a 9-to-5 teaching job. That doesn't mean that I'm not interested in children's education, and it would be an awesome opportunity to be able to get into a school for kids over in America just for a day, or even once a week for a set period of time. I think that'd be awesome. What do you expect from this year? I expect to gain a second family, achieve all my goals, and have an awesome experience. I also really want to make new friends and learn more about myself. What are your biggest fears? I have 3 fears for when I'm in America. The first one being that I don't achieve the goals that I've set for myself. That would be very disappointing. 2 is disappointing my host family. I would never want to come over and cause disruptions or not be who they expected me to be, which is why I've taken the matching process so seriously. And finally, number 3, any emergency that happens back home in Australia I'm fearful of, only because America is such a long way away. It'd be really hard to try and get back home. What does your family think? My family are mostly excited for me, but also really sad that I'm leaving. We're a very close-knit, tight-knit family. We all get on really well, so it's going to be very different without me in the home. But with that said, my family have always encouraged and supported me to go after whatever I want. What do you want to do after your year? or 2. I really want to travel. I think I have plenty of time to go home and get a job, but for now, at least, and the near future, I plan on traveling and seeing as much of the world as I can. I really want to volunteer and teach English in different countries. I really want to go to places I've never been before. I just have so much I want to do before I decide to settle down. I also want to continue making videos, as I found a new passion for it and I really enjoy it, which is a surprise because I never thought that I would enjoy making videos as much as I do. Thank you for watching my pre-au pair tag video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's answered some questions for you. If you would like to know more about cultural care, I've got a link down below in my description box. I have also placed all the questions that I answered in this tag in the description box below, so head on over to that, copy and paste the questions if you would like to do this tag for yourself. And if you would like to have a go at doing another au pair tag, I have the perfect host family tag, which I will link somewhere on the screen that you can watch and check out too. As always, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below any questions you have and I will answer you, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more au pair videos. Bye!